Good evening and a very warm welcome to you all, wherever you may be. It is the Football Fan Zone, episode 10, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tonci and this fine, handsome, strapping gentleman next to me is none other than Craig Filer. Craig, a very, very good evening to you. How are you, my friend?
Yes, tired, stressed. But a bit of a stressful day today.
Now, why, my friend? Why? Explain to me why you've had a stressful Sunday afternoon.
IT issues, Tonch, unfortunately. Some issues with the mixer, which is going to cause us a few problems for our phone-ins tonight. But we tried our best to fix it today, and unfortunately, we've just run out of time. So I have been at the desk since 10 o'clock this morning and wasted my whole Saturday, Sunday. But there we go. Shit happens.
Yeah, exactly right. Not to worry, mate. Not to worry. We're going to forge ahead. And I guess what? I'll tell you what. It's a special, special night tonight because it's happened at such a fast pace, faster than any of the restrictions happening in Victoria. But I tell you what, from 0 to 100, we've not only come up with the concept, but we've pretty much launching tonight something quite amazing, something extremely amazing. Tell us, Craig, what are we launching tonight?
Well, we're going to launch the Football Fan Zone IQ Football Quiz, sponsored by no other, and we'll go into that in a minute. I'll just leave that for a minute, but we have managed to secure ourselves a sponsor. So, we've been thinking about this IQ quiz for a few weeks, and we're finally going to get it off the ground. We've got 16 teams. In fact, we've got 22 teams that have registered.
Yeah.
But we're only able to take 16. So big thanks to all the clubs that have got involved. And, hopefully we can make it a bit of fun on a Sunday and a Thursday evening for the next few weeks and have a bit of fun to find out who that clever ass is that's in Melbourne that supports one of the clubs.
Yes, we're going. It is going to be called the Something Football IQ Quiz, and we will shortly reveal who our sponsor is. But it's a fantastic. We thank that person absolutely so much. And look, 16 clubs. We decided we want to keep it to 16. There's a really, I guess, a good reason for that. Because it's a knockout. It's basically a straight knockout competition. We're going to run it over the course of 8 match days starting next Sunday, and then following it up on the ensuing Thursday on our Football Outwear show. And we'll be doing that for 4 weeks, and then we're going to get into the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and then the big grand final, which is scheduled for I think it's October the 4th, something like that. Sunday, October the 4th, or thereabouts, whatever.
Weather permitting, obviously.
Weather permitting, yeah. Now, how it works is simple. We're going to get 2 combatants from the clubs that they will be representing. And Craig, we've got a strict uniform policy, haven't you?
Yes, we have. Yes,
Masks are optional. Masks are optional. But what is compulsory? You tell us.
Thongs and a t-shirt and a pair of shorts.
Your club colours.
Yeah, your club colours. We want everybody to wear their club colours. Make it a bit of fun. We're going to jazz it up a little bit in the background, and it's all about fun for the next 8 weeks. And like I said, if you can all wear your club colours, that would be fantastic.
Now we're shortly going to announce those lucky 16 clubs. Unfortunately, like Craig has said, 6. I know of 6, and possibly more. Are going to miss out. So unfortunately, what we may have to do is we may have to have a season 2, or we might have to have next year a second-tier competition. We might have to have a second division, which is all the rage in Australian football at the moment. Now, it's such a big show tonight that we're actually going to need a third person to come on and help us. We'll be shortly talking about that person. But did you want to make the announcement, Craig, of who our major sponsor is?
Yes, Tonch, by all means. So really thankful to this guy for jumping on board with us. It was we only sort of got together with him yesterday, I think it was. But our special sponsor for the next 8 episodes, or 15 episodes actually, all that will be HOPHEADS, which is a local boutique bar based down in Point Cook and one down in Altona. And we thank Adrian and his gang from Hopheads for coming on board and giving us the opportunity to give some prizes out to the lucky winners on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much secured virtually today, or actually in the last 24 hours. So it's been so full on, so hectic. But there you go. It's going to be known as the HOPHEADS Football IQ Quiz, ladies and gentlemen. And 16 Victorian clubs will be taking part from, well, basically 4 different cities. So what those clubs are, where those clubs are from, we will tell you very, very shortly. But we're going to have a little bit of a news flash. Aren't we? We're gonna go into
news flash. Steve's going to be doing the news for us this week.
Yes, well, we'll bring the man on right now as we speak. So we're going to introduce the third member of our illustrious panel tonight. Good evening, Steve Curtin. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, good evening, Tonci, and good evening, Craig, and everyone who's tuning in to Football Out West tonight, or the Football Fan Zone, should I say. It's a pleasure to be on, and I hope I'm not acting as your third wheel, guys.
Oh, no, we're all equal here, mate. We're all equal, as we can see. Everyone's got the same allocation. There is no favourites. No one's bigger. But it's great to have you on board, mate. And I'll be catching up with you again tomorrow on the Geelong Region Soccer Show. And we'll have obviously a lot more information and what you're not to come to hand and stuff like that. We're still working on who our guest is going to be tomorrow, by the way. But tonight, it's all about the news. Steve, mate, what is making news?
All right, we'll start as close to home as we can. And last night in the A-League, it was the result that came in somewhat of a shock, with Melbourne Victory breaking their losing streak. Perth Glory 0, Melbourne Victory 4, and there was 2 goals for Marco Rojas. Andrew Naboo successful from the penalty spot, and first ever A-League goal from the acrobatic Elvis Kamsoba, which would have brought the crowd to their feet had they been allowed to be there at the ground. However, a 4-0 win for Victory, so some consolation after Grant Brebner's had a bit of a tough time since he's taken over. That's a good result for them. And on Friday night, Western United 5, Western Sydney Wanderers 3, and that match saw a double to Alessandro Diamante, who had the shovel out. Also goals to Josh Risdon, Bessart Barisha, and Max Burgess for the Wanderers. Mitch Duke with the double, and Tas Mutakuras with that goal that would have been probably one of the goals of the game in any other game, from flicking that set piece into the bottom corner of the goal there by the young Socceroo. So an exciting game there that we discussed on our new fan show on Friday night that we hosted.
Let's talk about that, gents. I tell you, I had a little bit of adrenaline pumping through me, both pre-show and post-show. Craig, good. Congrats to you. I very rarely give you compliments, but I reckon this time you do deserve compliments. You were the one that managed to get all those great guests. We had Chris Palavanis, Western United CEO, in the pre-game preview show. In the post-game review show, we had assistant coach Ante Moric, and we also had Andrew Wallace from the football out west. What's it called? The All Out West podcast. Great, yeah, it was fantastic. And I tell you what, if we had to choose one game to analyse, man, that was the game of all games, wasn't it, Craig?
Yeah, it was a great night, actually. Something that we thought of pretty recently, and it worked really well. We had we had half hour show 7 to 7:30. Yeah. Pre-game, we watched the game, and then we had a post show straight after from 9:30 till 10. And like I said, we were lucky enough to get both Chris Palavanis and Ante on the show, and it was a really good insight from both of them from different angles. One before the game, and of course from one of the coaches straight after what was a pretty nerve-wracking evening for Western United, particularly in the second half. It was they were steamrolling them, to be fair, in the first half, and then obviously half time came. They made some quick substitutions, put some speed on in the right positions, and got right back into the game. But thankfully, Western United managed to get through 5-3.
Yeah, fantastic.
And a much needed 3 points.
Yeah, as you can see the ladder there, Steve. You wanted to go through the ladder?
The ladder there, it's hotting up for those final spots now. And you see Perth Glory in 5th after their defeat last night. Played 25 games on 37 points. In 6th place at the moment, Adelaide United, 25 games played on the 35 points. And in 7th place, Western United with just the 23 games played so far on 33 points. They are hot on the heels of those teams in the top 6.
Yeah, and then we can see some of the fixtures coming up.
Coming up tomorrow night, we've got Brisbane Roar against Sydney FC. That match is to be played up in the Hunter Valley at Newcastle, I believe. Tuesday, another Victorian side, Melbourne City, and we'll be cheering for them as Western United supporters to beat Adelaide United and help that possibility of that top 6 place for happening for the Green and Blacks. On Wednesday, it's the doubleheader, Perth Glory and Western United. Now, that match is at the earlier time of 5:35, so set your alarms for that one. That is PM though. And after that, straight away at the same venue, it's Western Sydney Wanderers versus Melbourne Victory at 8:10.
Yeah, now look on Wednesday. So, gents, are we back on deck for another pre-match show and a post-match show on Wednesday? Got a slightly earlier time, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll be ready to go. And I'll tell you what, hopefully, folks out there, we're getting some good viewers already tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying it. And if you haven't had a chance, go on our Facebook page, quickly look at, it only goes for half an hour before the show and half an hour after the show. So we try and keep it nice and short and succinct. And it was a great Friday night of football. We're going to hope that Wednesday night is going to be just as good. And I'll tell you what, fellas, I'm going to be a bit sad when this A-League is over because winter football, indoors, you rug up, you don't have anywhere to go. You're watching it on television, and we keep saying it, we keep talking about it. The quality of football, Craig, firstly to you, has been absolutely fantastic, hasn't it?
It has, Tonci, and I think that's reminiscent of obviously the fact that they're playing winter football. You know, we saw the game. We saw the game on Friday evening. It was absolutely, my locus, pissing it down in Sydney, and it just made for a great spectacle of football. Nobody likes running around in 35-degree heat. Nobody likes running around in absolutely horrendous conditions, but it just makes for better football. I think you saw that in the effort of all the players. They wouldn't have been doing the running that they did in 35-degree heat, that's for sure. So I think it's a really good idea. There will be a lot of skeptics out there about losing spectators to other sports. But I think you have to start somewhere and build on it. And I don't think it's a case of we can't do it because other sports will take our spectators. Do it, have the balls to do it, and see what happens. I think looking at what I've seen in the last 8 to 10 weeks on TV, I think it makes for great viewing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you one person that will definitely be looking forward to being at the game live is Peter Couchy. Peter says, I love being at the game. All I do when it's on TV is eat. Peter, do not eat. Have a glass of water.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Pete, if you mention St Kilda on here tonight, you will be banned from the page. This is a football show, mate, not an AFL show. So you're just being warned, Mr. Gauchi.
Now, Maxi Centich says, watch the UEFA Champions League. No cost at the moment. Now, speaking of the UEFA Champions League, Steve, we've got some games that happened last night, hey?
Yeah, that's right, Tonci. We've had some results come in this morning, and they were as follows. Bayern Munich 4, Chelsea 1, and that was a 7-1 aggregate win by the Bavarian Giants there. Meanwhile, it was Barcelona 3 over Gattuso's Napoli 1. That was a 4-2 aggregate win for Barcelona, who progress. And yesterday morning, Juventus 2, Lyon 1, and Lyon getting through there 2-2 on aggregate, and they win on away goals. So their happiest win Lyon could have had there. And it was Manchester City, you guessed the other night, Simon Hill's favourite team, 2-1 over Real Madrid to win 4-2 on aggregate. And we can move on to the draw for the quarterfinals of the Champions League. All matches to be played over just a one-off match. And they are as follows: Atalanta versus Paris Saint-Germain, RB Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid, Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, a mouth-watering tie, that one, and Man City versus Lyon. So those matches will be coming up in the coming days, and it's a lot of football to look forward to there. Some of the world's best teams going head-to-head, so can't wait.
There we go.
What's your thoughts on that quarter-final there, Steve? Who do you fancy?
Yeah, I haven't thought too much about it, actually.
Let's go tips. Let's go first of all, Atalanta versus Paris Saint-Germain, Thursday morning at 5 a.m. Steve, tip.
Oh, look, I'm just going to go with sentimental favourite here and say Atalanta, even though they're against the odds. Maybe 2-1. You guys?
I think it's the Parisians. I think the Parisians will get on 2-0. 2-0 to Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, I'm with Steve. I love what Atalanta's done. I think they're everybody's second team at the moment, and I'd love to see them get into the semis and get a chance of it. So for me, Atalanta.
All right, 2-1 to Atalanta. Okay, right. Craig, you start the ball rolling with Leipzig or Atletico Madrid, 5 a.m. Friday morning.
Yeah, I think you've got the mercurial. What is he? The mercurial magician when it comes to setting up away legs. I think Atletico Madrid for me. I think probably a draw away, and then they'll beat them probably 2-0 at home. So for me, Atletico Madrid will go.
Just the one leg there, that one.
That's one leg, of course it is. Yeah. So Atletico Madrid, definitely.
Steve.
Yeah, I think Atletico 2-0. And yourself, Tom?
Yep, let's make it a clean sweep. 3 for Atletico Madrid.
Okay, Saturday morning, Barcelona and Bayern.
Barcelona, Bayern. Steve, you go first. Notice, by the way, I always go last, so I can just sort of see what you guys are tipping. Then I can tip.
This is a fascinating tie. This one. I think I'm going to go Bayern 2-1.
Woohoo! Craig
in the new camp. Yeah, look, it's not new camp, is it?
I think I think all these matches are played in Portugal, if I'm correct.
Let's have a think. I'm going to go Barcelona 1-0.
Oh, can I go draw? No. I reckon.
You could go for a penalty win.
I've got a feeling Lewandowski's going to go on fire. Bayern to win.
He's in form.
He's amazing. Yeah. Okay, and last but not least, Craig, Man City versus Lyon.
Yeah, for me, Man City. I think this could be their year. It's the only one that he hasn't. It's the only trophy that he hasn't won. It's the one that Manchester City have been crying out for since they were taken over all those years ago. And I think for me, Man City 3-0.
Rightio. I reckon. What about you, Steve?
I'm going to go Man City 2-1. I think Lyon will bring the intensity, but Man City's midfield would be too much.
Okay. I think Man City. Man City for me. Clean sweep. There we go, guys.
Very good.
All righty. What else is happening news-wise, Steve?
That's all I've got in the news desk at the moment. That's the bulletin is that's a wrap there on my paper here, but I only started preparing it a short time ago. So anything else you wanted to discuss in the news at the moment, guys?
No, let's talk about the Melbourne victory win last night, Steve. I think because nobody could have foresee that game last night 4-0. It was a bit of a trouncing actually for Perth. Can I say that? It's probably not good for Western United because I don't think Popovic will be very happy that they conceded 4 goals. He's very, very pragmatic when it comes to his defence. They lost 5-0 the other week, and then they came out and won 1-0. So I don't think he would be very happy. But fair play to the youngsters of Melbourne victory. They put on a show. Cam Sober, as you said there, Steve scored his first goal. I find that amazing as well. He's been his 50th game, and it's his first goal.
It took his brother to score for Adelaide first to make him spring into gear.
That's what it was.
So. Look, it's great that the youngsters are getting an opportunity. He's sticking with these youngsters at Melbourne victory, and there's a few good players in that side. I've seen some of the comments today on Facebook that Popovic is in line for the job and Alois is in line for the job, and I hope whoever comes in gives these kids an opportunity because they're certainly good enough.
Would Brebner be there? I know he said he doesn't want to, and he'll remain on whoever stays on. But would Brebner's now given those youngsters a go, and he's stuck with them? And of course, there's not much to play for in Melbourne Victory's position. But Steve, what do you think? I mean, with young guys, you don't throw them in at the deep end and expect them to perform straight away. And Brebner's done exactly the opposite. He's stuck with them, and 3 games into the experiment, 4 games into the experiment, look what's happened. The kids have just turned and have just, matured beyond their years. Should Brebner's philosophy, if nothing else, continue at Victory? Short-term pain, long-term gain.
I don't think he'll get the long-term job. Just a hunch at the moment, I would say. I'm hearing rumours that Ange Postecoglou's assistant from Japan might be coming out to take the job, so my money would be on him at the moment.
Arthur Papas, old Green Gully boy.
Yeah.
I reckon he should do it. He's a Victorian. John Aloisi is a friend of the show. We've had him on before. He's coached at Melbourne Heart. He's coached at Brisbane Roar. He's the other front runner.
Yeah. But I'd be surprised if Aloisi got the job, personally, but interesting.
It'll be interesting. Yeah. Craig, your thoughts about that coaching position?
Yeah, look, I think Grant Brebner would deserve the opportunity to get it based on what he's done in the last few weeks. And granted they were in a precarious position at the bottom, but he's managed to get them playing. Look, I'd love to see him get the job, but the reality is, I'm with Steve. Woody, I don't think, and he's come out and said it's only till the end of the season anyway. So if the rumours are right, and Steve, that Arthur Papas is coming back, that's great for Victorian football as well. Somebody who's applied his trade locally, gone into the NPL, did very, very well at Green Gully. Obviously, got the opportunity to go with
Ange.
And to come back. So that would be a good one.
Now, guys, people out there, I want you to tell me if you guys can remember. Arthur Papas was at the helm of Green Gully when they caused the major giant killing act in the FFA Cup. Who was the other team? It was one of the A-League teams that they beat.
Central Coast. Was
it Central Coast? Yeah, it might have been. And Papas was the coach back then. So he's definitely capable of a lot of things. Either way, it would be if I honestly believe if they keep Brebner's philosophy and give these young guys a go and not just dangle them in and then take them out and then pop them back in and take them back out, because I think that was the problem with some of the other players that they played. Kenny Athu, I don't reckon was really given an opportunity. Kiz Norba, same sort of thing. He wasn't given much of an opportunity before. Now he's been given an opportunity. Watch him fire up. Elvis Kim, what's his name? Sober. Kim Sober, Kiz Norbo.
And you've got to say, Tonci, as well, that that Breb's demeanour on the sidelines, his body language is quite good, and he wears the suit very well, so that might bode well for his chances.
I think he'd be a damn good assistant.
I agree with you, but I think also he has said, and somebody's made a comment, I think it's Maxi has come up with that he's expressed his desire to continue as the head of youth development, and I think that's a key role for the club as well, because given the circumstances that we find ourselves in at the moment, sponsorship money coming into the club to any football club now is going to be very hard. So these clubs are going to be heavily reliant on youth coming through. So that is a massive importance now for Melbourne Victory going forward, I think.
Good point. Yeah, good point, Craig.
But Santino Momone, he says a little comment. Look at that. Elvis and King Kenny.
No,
Elvis and the King. All in the one team. Is that possible? Santino Momone.
You can't put.
Elvis is alive. He's reincarnated at the Melbourne Victory. There you go, folks. The King is back. The King is back. On that note, gentlemen, I'm going to take myself off, and you guys can take over. And it's time now. It's time now to start doing the. Shall we go? Well, we're going to announce who the teams are. So I'm going to take myself off. You guys are going to talk, and we're going to announce. Firstly, the teams, the participants, the lucky 16 that are going to take part in the competition. Hey.
Yeah, okay, we'll start it off. And just once again, thanks for everybody that's responded and wanted to be part of the show. Really, really grateful for you. 16 teams, as we said, that will go into the hat. As Tonci said, each round will be a round of 20 questions, and it'll be done start next Sunday at 7:30, and then again on the following Thursday and Sunday repeatedly until we've gone through round 1. So the teams that are in the hat, are we ready? So we've got Brimbank Stallions, we've got Yarraville Glory, or we'll do it from that way. So we got number 1 Altona Magic, number 2 Barwon Soccer Club, 3 Brimbank Stallions, number 4 Collingwood City, number 5 Corio Soccer Club, number 6 George Cross, number 7 Gospic Bears, number 8 Hoppers Crossing.
And rounding out the main draw of the HOPHEADS Football IQ Quiz participating clubs, in place number 9 is Meadow Park, in number 10 is Melbourne Knights, and number 11 is their sister club, North Geelong. And then from Ballarat in place 12, Sebastopol Vikings, and number 13, St Albans, number 14, Sunbury United, and in place 15, Williamstown, and lucky last on the table here is Yarraville Glory. All those teams in the main draw of the inaugural quiz.
Yeah, and pleasing to see that we've got a real mixture of clubs there, Steve, and we'll talk about a little bit about each of those clubs as we're going through the draw. So we'll go with the draw, guys. I've got all the names here already printed off, as you can see. All right, so they're going to go into the bowl. Unfortunately, we haven't got a magic wheel that we can do them with, so I'm just going to stick my fingers in there.
Drum roll or someone.
We do need a drum roll, yeah. So we'll make it as quick as we can. Remember, the first and the second names out of the hat will take part in the first show, which will be next Sunday evening. So
Sunday, the 16th of August.
That's right. So the first one out of the hat is Sebastopol Vikings.
Sebastopol Vikings. Okay, Sebastopol Vikings of Ballarat play in the Men's State League 3 Northwest competition, and they compete their junior community club in the Ballarat and District League, and they play out of the venue there in Ballarat, St George's Reserve. So they will be playing on next Sunday, the 16th, and who will they be meeting?
Yeah, no, Sebastopol very well. Had the privilege or ill privilege of playing them on a number of occasions. A very, I suppose it was a local derby that really wasn't a local derby. It wasn't a particularly friendly affair, let me tell you, every time we played them. So good luck to whoever's playing Sebastopol.
Yeah, they're a tough opponent. Playing them many years ago as well.
So next one coming out of the hat is...
It is Williamstown Soccer Club. Williamstown will be on next Sunday night. That is the Western Suburbs based club. They play at JT Grey Reserve. They compete in State League 3 Northwest. So they will kick us off that opening fixture next week. Sebastopol Vikings and Williamstown Soccer Club.
We have, and we've got the names actually of the two guys that's going to play in that. So for Sebastopol, we've got ex-coach, I think he was an assistant up there, Michael Bashir. He's going to be the representative there for Sebastopol. Whilst for Williamstown Soccer Club, there's the president, Vlad Babic, who's going to be coming on and trying to get through to round 2.
Well, good luck to our participants this time next week. It will be hotting up.
Absolutely. Okay.
Now for the draw for this Thursday week's fixture. This will be on Thursday, the 20th of August, this fixture. And the clubs are Hoppers Crossing, the Reds. Hoppers Crossing play their games at the Grange Reserve in Hogan's Road in Hoppers Crossing. They currently compete in State League 2 Northwest.
Yeah, local club to myself. Know the guys very well over there, and representing Hoppers Crossing will be none other than Kev Smart.
Good luck to Smarty there.
So he'll be representing the club. Playing Kevin, Hoppers Crossing will be...
And it's North Geelong Warriors. So the NPL 2 club from Elko Park, the 1992 Victorian League champions. So that will be an interesting match there. That is Thursday, the 20th of August, Hoppers Crossing versus the Elko Park outfit there, North Geelong Warriors. Another club that you've got a bit of a interest in, Craig?
Yeah, and participating for North Geelong is senior club player Anthony Banovac, who will be taking on Kevin Smart at Hoppers Cross in a week.
Anthony, a friend of the Geelong Region Soccer Show, a guest earlier this season. Now for the draw for this will be Sunday, the 23rd of August. This one, and it is St Albans Saints. St Albans, the NPL 1 outfit from Churchill Reserve, and that will be on Sunday the 23rd. And they've had a great start to their recently promoted side. They were sitting 7th in the NPL 1 before the pandemic hit.
Yeah, it's they started very, very well.
Very well,
Steve. They were unexpected, I think, and then the Corona hit, and it's all gone sour for everybody.
I so wonder what might have been.
Yes, absolutely.
Being a finals contender.
And taking part for St Albans Saints will be another senior player, and that will be Jordan Wilkes, who's a friend of the show, been on the show before. So Jordan will be taking the role for St Albans. And I've just noticed that on the comments on the left hand side there, Kev Smart has already pulled an injury. His fetlock's gone in the warm up, and
he's getting too old.
He's got a replacement coming in. It's about time he hung his boots up for sure. Oh, back in. All right. And next one out of the hat.
Meadow Park SC, Meadow Park Soccer Club, the team based out of Gladstone Park, and they play in the Men's State League 5 North Division, and their venue out there, Gladstone Park Reserve. So they will be facing off against NPL 1 opposition. So there we go. You don't see that every day, a NPL 1 side versus a State League 5 side.
Yeah, and that's a good story up there. They actually was one of the promotion favourites, I believe, up there. They got a new manager that came from North Melbourne. So good luck to everybody up at Meadow Park.
Okay, now the fixture. This will be for Thursday, the 27th of August.
Okay.
And we have Collingwood City. Collingwood City, one of our clubs from the southeastern divisions that are avid listeners of Football Out West. They play their games at Kevin Bartlett Reserve in Burnley, and they compete in State League 2 South East.
Yeah,
City.
And representing Collingwood will be senior player Mark O'Connell, who I'm led to believe has got a real strong accent. So we might have to get some of the
subtitles out.
Yeah, might have to on that one. Yeah.
And who will Collingwood City be competing against?
They will be playing,
drum roll, and it's Brimbank Stallions. Brimbank Stallions, the team from the Italian social club there, or the Club Italia Sporting Club, should I say. They play in State League 1 Northwest these days. They're coming along leaps and bounds, and they now compete in the NPL Juniors, if I'm correct as well. So Brimbank Stallions.
They certainly do.
Against Collingwood City. That's an all black and white fixture, if I'm correct there as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Someone will need to bring a change kit.
Next one out of the hat.
And this is for Sunday, the 30th of August. It's Barwon, the State League 5 West club from Grovedale. Plays their games in Reserve Road there in Grovedale. And they were having a great run in the FFA Cup so far this season.
Yes, they
were setting the world on fire.
Yeah.
And who will they be playing on the 30th of August? And it is George Cross, Caroline Springs George Cross, one of the big sponsors of the Football Out West program and host of a live show last year. And they play their football in State League 1 Northwest at City Vista Reserve, the fantastic venue there, training home of Western United.
Okay. Next one out of the hat, Steve.
Next round is NPL 1, former NSL powerhouse, Melbourne Knights, and they will be competing on Thursday, the 3rd of September. The Knights, the team from North Sunshine.
Melbourne Knights, and taking part for them will be their under-18s coach and assistant in the under-20s, Tommy Gavran.
Good luck to Tony. And on the 3rd of September, he will be competing against, drumroll, not many names left in the hat now. It is an all-Croatian battle there because the Gospic Bears, the team that play in the Metropolitan League, which is the Sunday comp out of the St Albans area. So a club that started in 2004. And that will be an interesting tussle there. And who's competing for them? Do we know yet?
We do, but I can't remember who it is. I'll come back to you.
That's all right. We'll come back to that. Yeah. Possibly old mates, given how close the ties are between some of these clubs. Now, we've got 2 ties left, and this one will be on Sunday, the 6th of September. And it is another NPL 1 team, Altona Magic, the team there from Paisley Park, coached by Goran Lozanowski.
Yep, and taking part for the club will be their new senior head coach for the ladies, Graham Moran. He'll be taking part for and representing Altona Magic.
Good luck to Graham. I see Altona Magic does a lot of good work to promote their women's team on their social media channels as well.
Okay, and Altona Magic will be playing.
Who will it be? Only
Local
3 left,
derby.
and it is Yarraville Glory.
Local derby.
Yarraville Glory, the team that play their games out of McIver Reserve, Fogarty Avenue there in Yarraville. They currently compete in State League 1 Northwest. So that fixture there on Sunday, the 6th of September, Altona Magic and Yarraville Glory. And that leaves us just with 1 fixture remaining and 2 teams, Craig. So we should be able to work out who they are by a process of elimination just about. But just to confirm that the Glory is correct and proper.
Yarraville Glory will be represented by their senior coach, Paul Donnelly. So another, we might have to get another somebody in to keep an eye on his language, I think, because he's a Scotsman. So we'll have to wait and see. So there's 2 names left in the hat. Playing at home, Corio Soccer Club.
Team from Hume Reserve in Geelong. It's Corio Soccer Club, the recently promoted team there this year, moving up to State League 1 Northwest.
And they will be playing Sunbury United.
Sunbury United. And that is a wrap. So that fixture will be on the 10th of September on the Thursday. So that's Sunbury United, the yellow and blacks that play in State League 3 Northwest at Langama Park in Sunbury. So that rounds out our draw of the 16 teams in the inaugural competition there, the HOPHEADS Football IQ Quiz.
Yeah, looking forward to some good battles in there. So looking forward, and like I said, it's a bit of fun, guys. Important that you wear your club colours, and we'll keep it going as long as we can, as best as we can. And of course, there is some nice prizes up for grabs for the winner of each round. So as you can see, the full draw on the screen as we see. Game number 1 will be Sebastopol Vikings versus Williamstown Soccer Club. Game 2 will be Hoppers Crossing versus North Geelong Warriors. Game 3 will be St Albans Saints versus Meadow Park. Number 4 will be Collingwood City versus Springbank Stallions. Number 5 will be Barwon against George Cross. Number 6 will be Melbourne Knights against Gospic Bears. Number 7 will be Altona Magic against Yarraville Glory. And bringing up the rear, so to speak, is Corio Soccer Club against Sunbury United.
So that is the main draw there, brought to you by HOPHEADS in Point Cook. $50 voucher on the line each week. So a lot to play for there, guys.
Yeah, we're thankful to Adrian and as a team. There will be a $50 voucher for each winner every week. So those that the winning team at the end of the 15 games will actually win $200 worth of vouchers to spend at his local HOPHEADS. So a big thank you to Adrian and the team at HOPHEADS.
I'm sure the clubs would be hoping that they split them amongst the players in the team.
I don't know who's going to be doing the deliveries if you're not allowed to get out, but that's fantastic. It's great to see. If we actually we'll pop that up there as well again.
There it is.
A couple of teams. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams from Geelong. We've got a team from Ballarat. We've got Hoppers Crossing from the Werribee area, and then a heap of clubs from all over Melbourne. When you think about it, Meadow Park and who else have we got from up north? Or Collingwood City, inner city. Meadow Park up north.
I guess Sunbury up north.
Sunbury up north as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yarraville more in the western suburbs there. Williamstown inner west as well. So it's a great, really combination. Some of the clubs that have missed out, we got to get in quick, folks. You got to get in quick because it is going to be the hottest ticket in town, and we've already got people calling saying it's bigger than the FFA Cup, and I tend to agree with people when they say that. It is going to be massive. It's going to be massive. I'm looking forward to this, guys. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
It'll be a good bit of fun. Steve, you asked me who the representative was for Gospich Bears.
Yeah, well, Tommy Gavran is asking as well.
Yeah, I think he's got it right. It's Marco Butarac.
Marco Butarac. He's going to be the one that's going to be representing Gospich Bears. And Steve, have you got those dates again that we can go through those dates as well?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So just to confirm those dates, starting next Sunday, the 16th of August, it's Sebastopol Vikings and Williamstown Soccer Club. Thursday, the 20th, Hoppers Crossing versus North Geelong Warriors. Sunday, the 23rd, St Albans Saints versus Meadow Park. 27th of August will be Collingwood City and Brimbank Stallions. 30th of August is Barwon versus Caroline Springs George Cross. 3rd of September on the Thursday is Melbourne Knights versus Gospic Bears. Sunday, the 6th of September, Altona Magic versus Yarraville Glory. And on the 10th of September, on the Thursday, it's Corio versus Sunbury United.
Fantastic. Any favourites there, Craig? Do we know any people that are going to be?
Is there a market being run on this from an overseas bookmaker?
I don't know, but I'm just loving Chris Briffer's comment. Are you calling the quiz the COVID Cup?
The COVID Cup.
Yeah.
Oh my
COVID
God.
Cup sponsored by Hopheads. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Oh, it has got a nice ring to it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Have I got any favourites? Well, I can tell you it won't be Sebastopol. So I'm just going to get that out of the way, Michael, before you come on. So no, look, I don't care, guys. All joking aside, it's a bit of fun, as we said. Get clubs still thinking about football. Get their members listening in and shouting out the comments on the on each of the evening. And it's like I said, a bit of fun just to keep people sane, and as you keep saying, sane in this insane world. Tom, yeah.
Sane in an insane world. Yeah, exactly right. No, it should be fun. Look, folks, we're hoping you jump on board. We don't want you just watching it when your team's on. We want you to be watching, throughout the competition. We want you to be cheering your team on. We want you to, most of all, promote it on your Facebook pages, on your social media pages. We want you to really, really, let's engage the football community. This is what, and I guess, gents, this is what we wanted to do all along, was to keep the clubs, keep the supporters, keep the football fraternity engaged. And wasn't Chris Briffer, who was it that said, Peter Couchy, wasn't it? Said he wants live football because you
can eat more.
He's eating too much when it's not. And he's got a great comment. He said something along the lines of, if I can find it, he said something along the lines after that, he's starting to resemble Humpty Dumpty or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then Maxi Santich, he's found a cure for COVID. Maxi Santich reckon he's not flattening the curve, he's fattening the curve. So good bit of banter already happening on the comment section. The numbers have been fantastic tonight. So there you go, folks. There you go. Steve, your thoughts on the first, let's say the first 4 weeks, and I'll bring some of those the graphic up there. I've only managed to do the first 4 weeks. I'm not fast enough to do the last 4. But looking at that next Sunday, it starts off.
Yeah, well, let's just say maybe home ground advantage first up. The Vikings might get through. Hoppers Crossing, well, they're one of my old clubs, so I'll have to give them the nod. And then St Albans, Saints and Meadow Park, that's a tough one. Let's just go for a wild upset there and go for a State League 5 club to beat a NPL 1 club.
Now, in my haste, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong on that match day? If you can get that right, you're going to get a Cheerio. See if you can choose. See what I did wrong intentionally. Now, if we can see the comments there, I'd like to see. I'd like to see if anyone got that right, and we will put that graphic up just to see if your eyes were very quick. Did you guys see it? Did you guys see the little error, the intentional error?
No, we haven't made.
No, I was reading out my notes.
No.
Yeah.
Just from Tommy Gavran there, just to let you know, yes, it is Buto, mate. You will be playing against your good mate Buto from Gosh Big Bears.
Gavran versus Budarak. Oh, that is going to be good. That is going to be good. Yes, that's going to be fantastic. Vladimir Zeptovic has got it right. He's one of our members. He has got it right. I will tell him he actually chose it. It was the logo for St Albans. Now, get this. There we go. St Albans Saints logo is, in fact, George Cross's. But that was done intentionally just to keep you on your toes, folks, out there.
It was. And a big shout out as well to our sponsors in Football Out West show, the George Cross Soccer Club. They've got Kieran Farouja who will be taking the mantle for George Cross, and I know all of his mates will be giving him a bit of a hard time over the next couple of weeks until he gets on. So don't worry about it, Kieran. Just go and give it your best, mate. You'll be all right.
That's the way. What else is there to talk about, gents? Before we go, is there anything else that we need to talk about? Oh, I don't think so. I think we're going to leave it on an early. No. Have we got callers? Have we got someone to ring up? We'd love for you to ring up. And to
would we
like after the behind the scenes disaster we've had earlier today? But I'm sure it'd be fun. If you want to ring us up. What's that number, Craig? Well, let's talk something.
0497 151 234. And just on the 0497 151 234, and just on some of the comments that are coming up here about they surprised that they weren't involved. And guys, everybody had an email. So every club in the West, every club in the East had an email from us inviting them in and to put their representative forward. And as we said, 22 teams did that, but we could only pick 16 teams, which we did. So.
And the beauty thing is, we did not actually have to beg anyone to come along. So they've all come along, and that's fantastic. And you know, if your club's not represented this time, next time make sure when the call goes out, you gotta get in early. You gotta get in early. There's that number 0497 151 234. If anyone would like to give us a call to discuss anything, the Champions League, the A-League, some of the matchups that we've seen in the inaugural HOPHEADS Football IQ Quiz, and also you might have a particular sentimental favourite, or you may know some of the people competing. If you know any Albert Einsteins that are amongst us, let us know. They could be the early favourites, but it should be great. Mark Sultana, president of Caroline Springs, George Cross says, I'll put that comment up because it's a great comment. Promotion relegation. Well, we may be the very first entity in Australian football to introduce
second division.
Second division.
Yeah.
Second tier comp. We may expand. We might even have interstate teams coming in after this. You never know, folks. It all started off with a little bit of fun, and look where it's taken us.
Absolutely, that would be good. But let's get over the next 8 weeks first. Me and Steve have got to put together 8 sets of questions, mate. So looking forward to it. So starts at 7:30, kickoff next week. Sebastopol against Williamstown. Vlad, get your knowledge books out, mate.
Sorry to cut you there, but Santino Mamone comes up with a fantastic. Maybe this could be the celebrity curtain raiser or something to the final. I'd say Tara Rushton versus Lucy Zelich. That would be great to see which one of the two ladies knows their football trivia. It would be good. Yeah.
Santino, you know everybody, mate. You keep sticking little comments out to all your mates. Send a little message in to Tara and to Lucy and get them on the last show.
Speaking of ladies in football, we haven't got one lady. That's disappointing. However, there is hope.
I don't know. I've seen some of the names. We got Joel Gresh from Sunbury. He's like a big girl.
Well, Kevin Smart has pulled a muscle. He may be out injured.
Pathetic.
He might have to be rescued by his wife yet again. So Jesse Smart of Hoppers Crossing, you may have once again rescue. It might not be the first or last time. You may have to step in for your husband and rescue Hoppers Crossing on that occasion. It would be great to see a lady involved in football as well. Folks, this has been fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a big week. We've got the Monday night Geelong Region Soccer Show tomorrow night, Steve. And then Wednesday, the big game. Western United will be back again in another must-win encounter, boys. And then Thursday night, it is Football Out West Show. Then it's all systems go for our
football.
Sunday.
Thursday night show, it's special. It's a sponsor special. So we've got George Cross Soccer Club. On Thursday, it's their show. So they'll be coming on and talking about lots of stuff that's going off behind the scenes during this COVID crisis. So that'll be a really good listening as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Donald Pritchard says you'll need a translator for our president. Lots of Celtic FC questions for Don. Don is a previous contender on our Football Fan Zone Sunday night quiz show, hailing from Meadow Park. So, boys, just make sure when Meadow Park's on, don't do any Celtic questions.
They've just blown their cover there, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Blown their cover. Donald, you're not going to be a very popular person after tonight. No, all good. Fantastic. Great to see. Gents, we might leave it on that note. And
absolutely.
We might bid you all farewell. And we're going to finish it off. We're going to pop the we'll put that where is that there we go. We'll pop that up there so people can see that last time they can see the fixtures up. And then we're going to finish it off with a word from our Thursday night sponsor, George Cross. But in the meantime,
emails will be going out to all clubs tomorrow, just outlining the draw, the times, and their and what's required. So all the login details and everything will be sent out to everybody tomorrow.
Fantastic. All right. On that note, thank you, Steve. Thank you for being a special guest co-host of tonight's show.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, great job. Well done, mate.
Craig, thank you for all your patience, all your behind-the-scenes frustrations and everything today. You've been an absolute legend, and we'll see you guys this week.
Excellent, good job. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
George's on Vista is the local bistro at Fraser Rise in Caroline Springs, situated at the George Cross Soccer Club at City Vista Reserve. With the current COVID-19 pandemic, we've adjusted our menu and our business times. Bistro dining is back with 2 dining sessions Monday to Saturday between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Numbers are limited, so bookings are essential on 7021 0555. Head to georgesonvista.com.au to check out the menu and the dining times. We're also doing takeaway 5 nights a week, Monday to Friday. You can order your meal, kids' meals, or your favourite snack meals via email. info@georgesonvista.com.au or phone your order through on the night between 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on 7021 0555. Or better still, just rock up on the night and place your order. Visit georgesonvista.com.au to see the dine-in and takeaway menus and for business hours. Get behind local business and dine in or order your next takeaway dinner from George's on Vista, 46